Welcome to Warmaster Podcast Day 3. Well, the end of Day 3, beginning of Day 4 of the 3,000 point in 3 weeks Orc Challenge for the Guildford Tournament in Epic 40k. So I'll show you where I've got up to. First up, I've got a little tripod. This is the original one that I said I wasn't overly enamoured with, the fighter bomber. And this is the original one. This is the V1. So this is the V2, this is the V1. I like this, it's a bit smaller, comes with the bombs already on it. I'll have to make the hole a bit bigger, but that's not an issue. I like that little thing. So we'll be printing a squad of these off. That's a cool little thing. I'll show you what else I've been doing. I've done some test paints. So I'll bring them out over here. These were the two. Oh, you're going to get to, that's nice, snapped into focus nicely. Obviously a very simple paint scheme. This one was done with an Army Painter red undercoat. This one was done with a Zenith undercoat, and then some of the darker red contrast paint. The one on the right was easier to produce, so that's the one I've gone for. I did do a dry brush over the top that I haven't managed to do going forward yet, but I've got some new stuff from RID. Some Terminus stone or some Terminatus stone from GW dry brush paint that I'll be using. So this is where we're at the moment, which is obviously a very simple paint scheme, but and no basing. And I've done the first 18 of those, so they're in here ready to go. So we've got 18 of the little rocket buggies from our list. This is the first 18 scorchers they're ready to be primed and then painted up. And then over here is the stuff that's printed but not ready yet. So that's the rest of the scorchers and buggies for the list. I did print off the Deathcopter. Again, files from Thingiverse. It was a little bit small for my liking, and especially these fellas here, the rotor blades, are way too thin and flimsy. I mean, they're absolutely tiny. So transporting them and using them in game with my big carrot hands doesn't seem like a very sensible idea. So as nice as this is, I'm not going to use Deathcopters in my list. And to that end, I've changed my list, which is over here. So this is the new list. And I've replaced the Deathcopters with this Cult of Speed. This small unit for 200 points, which actually means I've spent my whole points as well. A little bit more boring though, to be fair. Just more of the same buggies. I printed off the test flak wagon and gun wagon. So this is it comes in 3 parts. There's a bit of gluing to do after the printing. So this goes here. This is a flak wagon with a big flak gun on top, and this is the war wagon. It's got 3 different guns. I printed 4 of each, so there'll be 3 different types of guns. These have got tracks, some with tracks, some without tracks. And so over here we have the pile of, we've got 6 more flak wagons and the pile of all the guns, flak guns and regular guns. So as I say, this is day +3. It's the beginning of morning 4 actually. So I'm almost there. I've printed 2 bits of the Gargant as well, and I'm pretty confident in printing the planes after printing this one. But we only need 2 more planes, so that's not really much of an issue to build or paint. The Gargant comes in quite a lot of parts, so that'll need a little bit more time, and obviously being such a big piece, it really is a big beast, the Gargant. I'm going to have to spend a little bit more time painting that. But all in all, I'm relatively confident. If I've done 16 buggies plus the 2 test prints, that's 18 buggies. Not that I'll use the test ones probably, or not both of them. So I've only got another 12 buggies to paint, but then I've got 28 scorchers to paint. So that's going to be the focus for the next day or two. Try and get all these scorchers painted, and then there's another 12 on top of that. And then hopefully by the end of this week we will have made a good inroad into our army list, and we should be in a good position to play in Guildford on the 19th of March. And just to show you, all these STLs were completely free, so it's not cost me anything apart from, I don't know, not much resin. I mean, the resin, the cure or whatever, you use quotes of resin, and I'm sure you use more resin than that because you have to wash probably a similar amount off the models after they've been printed because they're all covered in resin. So I'm sure you use more than that, but it won't be more than about a 5 or a 10's worth of resin, absolutely maximum. Okay, so I'll see you at the end of the week, probably Friday, and let you know how we get on.